Case file. The Boötes Void. Opened. Somewhere past the visible stars of the constellation Boötes, there is a hole. Not a hole in space, a hole in structure, a hole in matter itself. Astronomers call it a void. The word is too soft. This is not myth. This is not fiction. This is a catalogued region of measured space, cross-checked by independent research teams across 4 separate decades. Here are the numbers, all confirmed, all measured, all difficult to accept. Popular estimates place its diameter between 250 and 330 million light-years.
But the original 1987 survey, the one that first mapped this darkness using redshift data, calculated something larger, a radius of 62 megaparsecs, nearly 200 million light-years, a full diameter near 400 million light-years. Later teams tightened the figure. Astronomers Thomson and Gregory calculated a diameter closer to 300 million light-years. The most recent Bayesian reconstruction, published decades after the first discovery, narrowed the number further, 257 million light-years, give or take a few million.
The exact figure keeps shifting. The emptiness does not. Its total volume, 1 million cubic megaparsecs. Its diameter alone spans 0.27% of the entire observable universe. Its volume consumes up to 2% of everything we can see. 2% of all creation, holding almost nothing at all. That leaves one question, a simple one. Where did the rest of it go? Under the standard model of cosmology, space is not supposed to look like this. The average density of the universe predicts 1 galaxy for every 10 million light-years. At that rate, a region this size should contain about 2,000 galaxies. Using tighter estimates for brighter galaxies, the expected count runs between 2,000 and 10,000. 2,000. At minimum. That figure refers only to bright galaxies, the kind astronomers call L-star galaxies, the kind that should be easy to see. Here is what searchers actually found after decades of looking. 60 galaxies total in the entire volume. That is not a small deficit. That is a near total absence. The galaxy density inside the void measures only 3% of the cosmic average. In the language of cosmology, a density contrast of negative 0.997. Numbers that low should not exist in a universe built on uniform expansion. Do the subtraction. At minimum, 1,940 galaxies are simply not there. Not hidden, not obscured, not there. The search for those 60 galaxies took 16 years. Follow the record. 1981, 0 galaxies detected. The original KOSS survey, the one that discovered the gap in the redshift data, found only emptiness where a bright galactic core should be. 1987, 8 galaxies detected. A new survey, using the Borel-Schmidt telescope, found the first internal light, faint emission lines, barely visible. 1988, 11 galaxies. 3 more confirmed through infrared survey data. 1989, 26 galaxies, 15 faint candidates confirmed through deep optical imaging. 1997, 60 galaxies,
34 more identified, gas-rich systems, heated by dust, buried in old infrared archives. 60 galaxies, 16 years of searching, to account for a debt of nearly 2,000. The mass is missing. No one has found where it went. And every single one of those 60 galaxies exists in something close to total solitude. Now, consider isolation.
In our part of the universe, galaxies are not lonely. The distance to our nearest major neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy, is 2.5 million light-years. The average spacing between galaxies, roughly 10 million light-years. Inside the Boötes Void, those numbers collapse into irrelevance. Astronomer Greg Aldering ran the counterfactual. If the Milky Way sat at the center of this void, instead of our own crowded corner of the cosmos, humanity would not have known other galaxies existed until the 1960s. Let that settle. In our real history, Edwin Hubble resolved individual stars inside spiral nebulae during the 1920s using the 100-inch telescope at Mount Wilson. That discovery proved other galaxies were real. It rewrote the size of the universe overnight. Inside the void, that same discovery would have arrived 4 decades late. 4 decades of believing the Milky Way was the entire universe. The 60 known galaxies are not scattered randomly through this darkness. They cluster along one narrow filament, a thread of light running through the center of the void. Astronomers call it the Boötes Strip. Inside that strip, strange systems survive. Markarian 845, the colliding pair designated MCG plus 09-25-43 and 44. These galaxies formed and evolved almost entirely alone. No mergers, no tidal stripping, no crowded cluster violence. Only isolation, shaping them slowly for billions of years. That single strip is the only structure of any kind inside the entire void. Remove it, and there is nothing left to find. Outside that single strip, there is nothing. An absolute vacuum. A negative space carved into the structure of the cosmos. The nearest surrounding superclusters, Hercules, Shapley, Corona Borealis, and the Boötes supercluster itself, sit far beyond the outer edge. Anything outside the central filament is separated by empty gulfs stretching hundreds of millions of light-years in almost every direction. No light, no mass, no structure. Just silence, stretched across 400 million light-years of dark. Somewhere inside that strip, 60 galaxies drift, unaware of how alone they are. We are not inside the void. We only looked in. The evidence is logged. For the science tellers, those who look past the surface, the archive remains open. Subscribe for the next file.